All right, folks. Ryder was by tonight and did a bunch of work. He pulled the axle apart. We kind of had a rough view, probably showed that to you all, but anyways, he got his axle back, he got it apart. We pulled the hub off. We were going to machine it, but then I just realized, because we're all using like a 40 chain, this is like the mini bike or the go-kart thing. So he's got a chain. Tomorrow I have to get a union anyways, like a link. I'm going to get the hub. This is an 1.25 inch shaft, so we're just going to get a weld on dealio, stick that on, put it together. So then after that, we just decided to work on the throttles part of it, which we got working with all the stock stuff here. So that's kind of a win. So we have it really just kind of hoagie done with a hose clamp holding it, but we're using just an LS, or that's what I bought it for, was just a universal throttle cable. We made a simple little bracket. We put a spring just for a safety deal, just to pull this to neutral, because it does still have the governor riveting on the motor. So we just have that sitting there. And then when he runs the throttle, it just kind of does its thing. We lifted this up, pinched it under there, and then up in this realm, it works. I didn't think that would actually equal a lot, but in the end, throttle travel was actually quite a bit. And when it's said and done, you can kind of like over-exaggerate it by pushing here, but no. Overall, everything works really, really well. Pretty happy with that. My Buick, we got all the tires on everything. In the spring, I had a little leak, and I tightened it up, and it ended up being my line. Like the swivel was leaking. I guess the check valve was no good. Like it wasn't working well. Anyways, I snugged it. It went away. I try it now. When I was trying to put the tires on, turned out the thing was, the valve was still leaking. So it was just draining my tank instantly. So anyways, I put air in it. We put tires on. I tried to tighten that. I broke the fitting. Whoops. I had a spare, the compressor I took off the General. So I had a spare line on top of, because we're going to go down to Texas. I have some spare, I got a spare compressors. Basically, I got 2 compressors for the other car. So I'm going to, I threw one in the Buick for a spare when we go down. And I tried to use the line, but it turns out the lines have a smaller fitting, which is super crappy. So anyways, I got to get some adapters to go, because I don't know what the fitting size is, but these don't fit. So I don't know how to explain other than it doesn't work. So I need 2 of these. I had some fittings. They're wrong. I don't have the tap. There's a whole spiel of things going on. So unfortunately, I can't throw the car out of the shop. So I got to do that tomorrow. We want to put a couple miles on the car before we take off, which for us is going to be next week. I have no idea where this video is in the realm of everything. So we may be back by now. I don't have a clue. Anyways, that's pretty much where we're at. So I'm kind of hooped for tonight. Always an unappropriate time, that thing. So anyways, we're either going to rock it tomorrow. I might just plug it. I think I got some plugs. I might plug that one line, that one fitting, and turn the one compressor off and just run it on the one compressor just to drive it. I just got to get a couple miles on the car anyways before we take off. It should be completely fine. I'm not really worried about it, but I would like to get a couple miles if anything wants to poke its head there before we go. Anyways, guess that's it for tonight. I don't have too much else going on. I'm just playing with my laser, well, this was my CNC thing. I don't know if this video is out yet or not. I took a CNC laser engraver and I turned it into a CNC plasma cutter. So I did that. That's done. I don't know. Probably by now, maybe the video is out. I don't know for sure. But anyways, I bought a bigger laser because what I want to do is, it works. I just, yeah, for some reason, something's not working. But I mean, I've butchered this thing up so bad at this point. But I want to be able to etch stainless steel. So as you can see, I'm doing it that little square, but I only doodle it by hand. I haven't seen if this thing's got the power to actually run this thing. I basically bought a laser twice the size of the one that I got. It's really silly the way this all works. They call this a 20 watt, but it's actually only 5.5 watt. So whatever. And then this one is 80 watt, but it's actually 10 watt. So take it for what it is. I've been scratching my head trying to figure this all out. Anyways, my goal is to do my Halfass logo to make some crests like the old Bears crests, so I can stick them on my cars. It's kind of, I'm hoping I can do that before I go. Anyways, that is it for tonight. Alrighty. Today we picked up a hub, and Ryder's about to weld the hub on. To which, what else did I get? I got a link for his sprocket, or for the chain, so we got that done. And I think that's about it. I think this thing's ready to get bolted all together. So I think that is pretty much the plan tonight. We've got to finish bolting the motor down. We have to change the recoil out. Put a nut in the end of here so this can't slide out. We'll try to set it up to do a maiden little drive, and then after that we're going to build a chain guard. So I don't want him driving with that, and possibly building a custom exhaust so we can wrap that and get that out of the way too. The recoil is buggered, but there was one in his box. So I think all I got to do is bend all these tabs back out, and we can bolt this one on. Should work. So that'll be amongst the things to do. And then once he's done buzzing that, he can smash that onto here, and I don't know. I guess we can see if it'll go. Sound like a plan? right, folks. It's been a long night. You've seen a bunch of this, but you haven't quite seen some of the goofing around we did after the fact. Anyways, long story short, Ryder put his a bunch of effort in. Like, don't don't mind this goofiness that we did here. Mostly because this is after the fact. We tried changing the exhaust off. I'm worried about Ryder burning himself, so we're going to end up wrapping something on there for him so he doesn't burn himself. We basically took the exhaust off. One of the studs broke. We tried welding it, tried undoing it. Didn't work. But being a Briggs & Stratton, it's got a threaded doodad in here. So we're going to basically make a pipe that fits on there. And going to let him decide how he wants to go, whether he wants the exhaust to go down or he wants to build like a big stack. I don't really care. Whatever he wants to do. Anyways, long story short, he got it going. As you can tell how dirty it is, he managed to go for some boots, but it was kind of dark, so he didn't really do any filming with that. Yeah, we'll get you to see him actually ripping around and actually enjoying this thing once we do the couple little mods on there. What's basically left to do, I don't know if he'll be by tomorrow or not, but if he is, the plan is to do an exhaust that's going to go here and possibly point down. And we're going to build like a chain guard for this thing. And the exhaust that's going to do this, we're probably going to wrap it in some header wrap. I have a bunch here. And I don't know. The chain guard is going to be pretty simple. We're going to probably make something to come up here, something in the front, just something sheet metal, just so that he can't get his sleeve stuck into any of this. It's kind of the plan. The brakes work really well. That's a win. And the steering, it looked a little sketchy when he was farting around, but that said, I got him to redo an alignment because one of the wheels was like pointing out this way, so we got him to straighten that out. So, yeah, I don't know. I know his dad was here while he was farting around, and he realized this thing goes a lot faster than he thought. So I'm sure his next ride is going to be helmet on, and I don't know. I questioned and asked him if he wanted to make fenders, and because he was so dirty when it was said and done, but he's pretty much content with just wearing a rain suit while he drives around. So, hey, that's all cool. Anyways, we'll bring you back when he actually finishes up the few mods, or I might show the few mods while he works on them, and then we'll take you for his little, I guess his second voyage, but it'll be kind of like the finished product when it's said and done. Anyways, that is it for me tonight. I am done. We pretty much have this thing all ready to rock for our road trip. You can't tell. The only thing I never checked out of everything I did was the diff, and I got Ryder to check the fluid, and it's like on the money. So this thing is a good to go. We did a couple little tests because we put some new tires on, so I had to break those in, and they're good, the best I can tell. So we should be good for gosh knows how many thousands of miles that our road trip's going to be from here down south to meet some of you folks down there. All right, well, that's about it for tonight. See you guys later. All right, little noisy today, but back to our normal routine. Esther's checking us out. Check our oil, which really sucks doing right now because my dipstick is broken, but I think we're doing okay. We are, God, at that time, still 100%. I don't even know where we're at. I'm sure we're over 3,000 miles and not a drop of oil, so that's good. I'm just gonna fire it, warm it up for a little bit. We'll check the transmission and kind of go from there. Hopefully, Esther's back.
So we're in Sterling, Colorado this morning.
Check the oil. I just backed the car up because I wanted it leveled out to check the transmission. come up, and it's a little low. That's all right.
We have a funnel now.
Yeah, except it's dirty.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of hard to clean. We're getting there.
And our destination goal today is Rapid City, which isn't going to be too far. It's only about 4.5 hours from here.
Yeah. We opened the hood this morning and realized one of my latches fell off. So we still got half, so I think we'll be okay.
Hope it's not too windy today.
If I have to. Oh, I don't have any welding rod.
You could probably stop at a shop and if you had to.
I had to. I think of the way I could tie it down if I had to. Well, not sure. Poor bumper.
She kind of gets
Fair
smashed.
share of drag there this week.
She gets smashed every day. Maybe we'll see some mountains today.
Maybe.
Better?
Maybe I gotta add another bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it for them.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry. Today's not a very long drive.
No.
It's about 4.5 hours.
Well, not sure.
I know.
I guess I could flip the hood the other way and tie it down, which will make this kind of crappy to do tomorrow, but
Yeah.
at least this side of the hood will be tied down.
Yeah.
It's all that single lane when the semis pass us. There are
Oh my gosh. Did we see semis yesterday? Holy. So many. We were definitely on a truck route.
while we were doing highway. Oh yeah, no, it's coming there.
We were on 2-lane highways for most of the day yesterday. No interstates.
I think that's good.
Yeah?
Do that. Should get a zip tie. I don't think there's anything in this town though.
No, there is.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a Walmart.
I don't know if that's a win.
There's probably an O'Reilly's or a Napa or something too. We'll find something.
Yeah. Alrighty. Not a big deal. Throw this in the garbage and let's give her.
Okay, off we go. So what are we doing in this Harbor Freight parking lot?
This morning when I was checking the oil, I realized one of my pins broke, which is fine. Except I don't trust it's the front part of the hood, so I robbed the zip tie off the front, but I don't feel good with that. So we're gonna do some safety wire, do a couple loops on there, and I guess my hood won't open from that side for the rest of the trip. So we'll be crawling over to do oil changes.
Well, we're less than 1,000 miles from home, so no big deal.
Yeah, it's okay. So, gave me an excuse to buy cool tools. I never had one of these before, so.
All right.
Oh, hi. I'm just getting myself organized here. I forgot to throw this in the garbage. Shoot. Good morning.
So we did our parking lot fix, but I didn't trust it. So we hit Harbor Freight. Like I had one zip tie on there. I looked at Harbor Freight zip ties, and I know the quality, so I'm pretty sure there's a chance they could pop if the hood kind of does a little spring. So I picked up some safety wire. We wrapped it up, and we're good to go. So today's trek is to
Rapid City, which has been a place I've wanted to visit for a really long time. And it's not too long of a drive, maybe 4.5 hours. And we hope to do some sightseeing there. There's lots to see around there.
yeah, better than our last part. I know
Yes.
we mentioned we were going to the RV museum or something,
We were
and
closed. I was just devastated. It's a bucket list trip for me to go there one day. We'll go back. Gives us an excuse to go back to Amarillo one day.
yeah.
Anyways.
We're on the road.
Later.